That is a sensational catch, and I tell you, you make catches like that deep down the field for your quarterback, he is going to go back to you again and again and again. That was a highlight play.
Gonna run it. It's Durham. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. LSU right back to the line. On second down, looking again to throw. Touchdown, LSU! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And the extra point was good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They want to run it left here. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
They go to the ground. Finding open areas. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck-up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Quarterback will audible. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Trying to get to him. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
Finds a crease at the 20. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
From the red zone, it's Miller. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you get...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They're trying to get to it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
The short hands, it's Bernard. Powers through. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct.
Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He'll take another shot here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Tigers! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
How about this? These guys are going for two. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. He's moving out of the pocket. He gets the two-point conversion, and we have ourselves a 13-point game. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes with the return. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Here's the handoff. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing the strike.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn up.
Touchdown, Tigers! And here they come, almost all the way back. Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback.
And he's running in the open. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clear.
Can anyone catch him? And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. Pocket starts to collapse. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
LSU 29.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Crosses the 45. Open runway ahead. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown time. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He lobs one high down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Tigers! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 32, set to kick this one away.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
First and 10.
Here comes that Alabama offense. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too, because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Working that wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Now, if they can get a stop on this 3rd and 10, expect an immediate timeout. Quarterback checking off. To the air, it's Milroe. Pressure coming. Still, and the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Great job by the freshman, kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
And And that one got away from the quarterback. They've got the lead, but it's not by much. You just can't make mental mistakes like that. The football never should have gone to that intended target, and the defense makes them pay. Could they now take the lead here in the fourth?
Coming after it. Looking down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swat.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
And that's a play the quarterback just has to throw it away. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute situation trailing the way they are. The clock's still running, so at minimum, you throw that football away.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's got it. Touchdown, LSU! Somehow, they got up off the deck. They fought back, and they've tied the game.
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with the big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the fourth. And that one ought to help us build the drama down the stretch. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody going, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Great job rallying the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Getting some heat. He'll pull it down. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. Timeout called by the offense, 29 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. At the 35, he's loose. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Motion from the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Miller. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Give to the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Nerves of steel, right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.